All right, obviously don't need those. Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm gonna show you guys today a makeup tutorial that I do for those days that I just wanna get up and go. Basically, I try to put together a makeup tutorial that I can do under 10 minutes that's going to cover my acne, cover my pigmentation, kind of give me a more wide awake appearance, but kind of also minimizing the steps that I need to take. So I'm gonna show you guys the products I use, the brushes I use. I'm gonna show you guys some tips and tricks along the way. This is what I do for every day, just to kind of cover up my skin, make me feel a little bit better about myself, because you guys know I do suffer from hyperpigmentation and acne. So for me, my biggest insecurity is my bare face. So until then, till I get a nice clear face, this is the makeup tutorial I do. A lot of you guys always ask me what I do to prep my skin. I do switch out some of the products, but I always do wash my face. I use a gentle cleanser. I always go in with some sort of vitamin C. Right now I'm using the one by Ordinary, but then I have to go in with a facial moisturizer. I do switch that off, but the one that I've been using right now is by Algenist. It is the Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Cream, and because I do have a vitamin C on my face, I also try to make sure that I use some sort of SPF, and the one that I'm actually using is the oil-free matte SPF 30. This here is by Dermalogica. That one's actually really awesome because it dries down to like a matte finish, so your skin, if you are super oily, will make you have more of a matte finish, and also if you're acne prone, it's totally safe and it's just really good. I really, really like it. I do have super enlarged pores right here in the center of my face, so I always like to make sure that I go in with some sort of pore minimizing primer. The one that I just applied is the Pores No More by Dr. Brandt. So then the next thing I like to go in with is a mattifying primer. This one is the Full Spectrum by CoverGirl. This one also has an SPF of 30 in it. I have a few mattifying primers, and I'll be honest, you guys, this one is like one of my favorites. I definitely feel like it mattifies my skin, and it doesn't leave that mattifying feeling that some other primers do. Like, it actually feels really good on the skin. Now, depending on what kind of coverage you guys want, this will all be dependent on what foundation you use. I like to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me, or I take something like the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh, because I want something lightweight. I don't want something feely, like super heavy on my skin. But sometimes I do need that extra coverage depending on time of the month, depending on whatever's going on, right? I don't like to use my expensive foundations for everyday wear just because they're expensive and I don't want to break the bank. And I find that something like this is super affordable. You wear it every day. These retail for like $5. This one retails for under $10, I think. So I'm gonna go in with a combination of two foundations. I always do. I love foundations. Like, I can talk all day about them. But first I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I like to take the Born This Way concealers. They are my favorite concealers, honestly, you guys. Like, they just, to me, they are the bomb of the bomb. Like, they just work well. I can use this as concealer. I can use this as foundation. It works either way. Let me pull my hair back for this. Look at how cute this clip is. It says Steph on it. Girl on Etsy makes them. I don't know what her handle is, but I'll link it right here. And she makes like customized clips. And I got it sent to me in a PR box, and I started following her. So I think I'm gonna buy one with my daughter's name on it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a concealer. And the one I'm using today is the Born This Way multi-sculpting concealer, multi-use concealer. So my biggest target areas are right underneath my eyes. Then I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and I'm just going to mix it together on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. I'm gonna be using my Morphe E6 brush to apply this. I love this brush. I think it does a really great job at covering everything, gives me the coverage I need. I'm gonna start blending it out. And as I work it, I'm just kind of working everything together, even with the concealer, so it's just kind of one thing. Brushes are making a comeback. Like, a lot of people I've been seeing are using brushes way more than beauty sponges. So that is the brush I like to use for kind of a dual purpose thing. But if you guys are looking for other options also, I do really like the Morphe E7 is really good. The sculpting brush by Real Techniques is also really good. I find that I like the way that it, you know, is angled, and it's really quickly, and it does a really good job at, you know, kind of getting in the creases. So those are some two other brushes that I do enjoy. And then I also sometimes use the buffing brush by Real Techniques. I'm gonna go in with the Brighten Up Banana Powder by Essence. This is just a couple bucks. If you guys have dry skin, you could definitely skip this step. Just go ahead and go to the next step. But for those of you guys that have combo or oily skin, this is the time where you're gonna set your makeup. I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is a 16-hour wear. Another one that I really like is the one by Maybelline. That one's a really great powder as well. CoverGirl Healthy has a really great powder if you don't want the extra coverage, but you just want something to set your face. So I'm just gonna take my brush and I'm just going to pack it right only in the areas where I have texture and I find that I need just a little bit more coverage. Right, so now I'm gonna go in and do my brows. If you guys have nice little luscious brows, you definitely don't have to do this step. You can definitely just take some setting, you know, brow gel and call it good. When I do my brows for an everyday appearance, I really just kind of focus on the parts that are sparse. Fill in the tail really quickly. Mind you, I have 10 minutes to get ready, so I really don't care about it being perfect. I just want to fill it in. So the only thing that I do that I would say that I do take my time on in the morning when I have to do this sort of makeup look is the bottom part of my eyebrow, because I want to minimize the least amount of issues I have to go in and fix. So I just try to keep my hand really steady and give myself a nice clean line at the bottom, and then that way if everything else is just kind of like at least the bottom part looks like it's really crisp and even, you know. Now I'm going to go in on this brow and again, I just want a nice clean line on the bottom. This is the brow that always gets me because this is the brow that I have a lot of issues with. I am going to plan to set this because I do want to keep them on for longer than 20 minutes. So for today, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. This one is really good, but you can use any of them. I do like this mascara. The only thing with this mascara is that you have to wait in between applications or it will get really, really clumpy. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit. So here is what I would do. If this is all I had the opportunity to do, this is what I would do. This would be my exact makeup look. And then I find that if I put on my bronzer after, like I am now, it's just kind of now giving me a little bit more color and sculpting to my face. And then I feel like I don't put on as much. I'm using the Morphe G8. I'm just using it because I've had this one. I've used other bronzers obviously with it, so there's already a little bit of color, so I can just slap on whatever's already on here. So I do also like to take this up just a little bit higher to where I would maybe put some blush, not as far in with my blush, but kind of up in the higher points of my cheeks, so it looks a little bit more bronzier. You can go in with your powder brush and kind of just blend it all out so it doesn't look patchy or anything. So for bronzer, I went in with the City Bronzer by Maybelline. I use the shade 200. Again, another one that I also really like to use for every day is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and it's very soft. One, I can kind of just fluff it around and stuff, give myself a little bit of color, not worry about it being patchy or looking funny at all, and that is why I like it. I think it works really great. I am going to go also in with this bronzer, and I'm going to take it on the Morphe R40, and I'm just going to use a little bit to apply it onto my eyes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of lip balm. This here is the Fresh Sugar Lemon Hydrating Lip Balm, and I'm just going to take it and put it on my lips. We'll add a little bit of gloss. I'm just going to go in with the NARS Xenon Lip Gloss, which is basically my lip color but better, and it is part of my Shop My Stash. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of lip gloss. I'm not going over my lips or anything. I'm literally just following my natural line. That is what I do every day. This is an everyday realistic makeup tutorial that I do to just give myself an even complexion, clear base, call it good for the day. I look a little bit better and I look a little bit more put together. I do not apply mascara on my lower lash line, as you guys noticed. For me, I just don't find it to work very well for my eyes. Like, it just doesn't, I don't find it to look very flattering. I also don't put on blush. That is why I take the bronzer up a little bit more. And then highlight. Like for some people, highlight is a huge thing for them. For something like this, I don't apply highlighter. If I have those few extra seconds or those few extra minutes, then I apply those items. But for those items, for me, are more afterthought items. If you guys were to see me out and about, this is probably what I would be wearing. Very minimalistic, very easy, perfect for the summer, and it does work in less than 10 minutes and you cover up what you need to. For me, again, my biggest insecurities are my acne, my discoloration, and this just covers everything up. It feels a little bit more youthful. I feel a little bit better about my skin, and this will last me a few hours and I can go out and do things and I don't feel insecure. And that is what I'm here to do, is to help you guys and show you guys tips and tricks on what I do, how I get out the door. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below what are your staple items that you guys have to have in your collection if you guys just have a few minutes to get ready. If you guys are enjoying the content that I provided, make sure to check out a couple other of these videos. I will see you guys all in my next video, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.